we had a lot of talent. We have even more talent this year than we did last year. But I think we worked really hard last year, and I don't think that we put our best foot forward when we got into the tournament.
How do you use that carryover? Because it's not a very long turnaround. How does that carry over to what you're doing this fall?
Yeah, for sure. It carries over a lot, actually, just because like we want it just as much, and I think it kind of hurt us a little bit when we knew that we were capable of playing better, and we didn't play the way we knew how. I think that hurt even more than a team just being better than us. So I think that really has motivated us a lot this year to keep working hard and playing Nebraska volleyball and trusting our training. Coach Cook preaches that a lot, just trusting our training, and I think if we can do that, then it'll end up a lot better than it did last year.
Do you guys talk about it often, how last season ended?
We're starting to again. I think a lot of us were very bitter about how it ended. I think we had very high expectations just because of like the level that we were playing at in practices and at the beginning of the season. I think we were all a little bit bummed out about how it ended and how we all played in the tournament. So we're starting to talk about it a little bit, but we were all a little bit bitter about it at the beginning.
A little bit salty.
Yeah, yeah.
What's the practice been like the first week and a half? Now you're back in the gym. You know you've got matches coming up in front of crowds pretty soon.
Yeah, it's really awesome. I think we're all so excited to play in front of a crowd again. And yeah, it's such high level this year. We have so much depth. Like our freshmen are so good, and they're bringing so much. Like the competition is just through the roof this year, and I think that's really just motivated us and brought players to the next level. Just the extra drive. So yeah, I think we're all really excited. We're a really close team this year too. So.
How do you take that? I mean, you've been Libero the last 2 years, but
yeah.
I know Kaylee and Roddy's gunning for that spot. How do you kind of approach that battle?
Yeah, it's actually been really awesome for me. I think it helps me. Like I know what spot they're in, especially Roddy. Like as a freshman, like she's an awesome player. So is Kaylee. Like we all just bring different things, but I think like just being able to be a role model for them in other aspects and kind of lead by my experience. And at the end of the day, like we're all great players, and I don't know, I'm just excited for the team, make the team as best as possible.
Talk about how great it's going to be to have all these fans back here on Saturday, and how excited you are for that.
Yeah, I'm excited, the team's excited, the coaches are excited. We're all just super stoked just because of the Nebraska fan base. Like that's what we're used to. We're used to the 8,000 people in Devaney, and so last year was a little bit uncomfortable for us. I think the fans do a lot to motivate us, and like we play for them, give them entertainment and stuff. So it was very different for us not playing with fans last year. So I think we're all super stoked to be able to have that extra drive and motivation with us in the gym.
One thing that I kind of noticed from practice itself is you have a lot of energy too, and you're kind of always working to hype up your team.
Yeah.
Talking about that from last year and not having maybe a crowd, is that something that you would say you picked up even more over the last year?
Yeah, for sure. I think with not having a crowd last year, you can nitpick all of the quiet spots. You can't tell as much when there's a crowd, when like things kind of get quiet in between your team. But last year it was very evident when things were quiet because there was no one around you talking. So yeah, we had to really focus in on like having a lot of energy, talking, like not letting anything get silent, keeping the energy up. And I think we've all worked a lot on that, and comes a little bit easier this year because of that, but also just because of how close our team is. We are tremendously close.
There's been a lot of talk of the seniors with Lexi, Lauren coming back, a lot of talk of the freshmen, big group coming in. Do you feel like you're flying under the radar? I mean, no one's talking about the juniors and sophomores. Do you flying under the radar a bit? Do you enjoy that?
Yeah, I actually do enjoy it just because I'm just so happy, one, for our seniors that they're staying. I mean, they're awesome athletes, but they're also awesome people. Like, absolutely love Lexi and Lauren. They're very different people, but they bring different things to our team, and I'm so happy that they're staying. But I'm also happy for the freshmen too, because I think they're awesome people. They're awesome volleyball players, and like they've brought so much to our team, like on the court just because of like their talents, but also off the court, like they gel with our team, and like we're all so close. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm flying under the radar. Like if we can have a close team, that's what I'm here for.
Have you seen a jump from Lexi Rodriguez from the spring when she was kind of going through practices, watching you guys, to now that she's part of it?
Yeah, for sure. I think when she first got here, we kind of knew, like, okay, like, we kind of call her MVP. That's just what coaches called her from Dream Team camp. But we all called her that. We knew how good she was, but she was a little quiet and timid a little bit. And she was making plays, but she wasn't super vocal about it. I think the jump from spring to this year is her confidence. I think she's talking a lot more. We do a lot of like competing drills where like you kind of have to like get at it with your teammates, and I think she's talking a lot more, and I like that out of her. I like like that fiery side. So I think, yeah, she's jumped a lot.